Hi everyone, welcome to our discussion on the topic of drought incidents in the United States.
Yes, drought is a very important topic, especially given the increasing frequency and intensity of droughts in many parts of the country.
Absolutely. One of the most pressing issues related to drought is its impact on wildfires. Can you speak to that a bit?
Sure. Drought can increase the likelihood and severity of wildfires because dry conditions make it easier for fires to start and spread. In turn, wildfires can exacerbate drought conditions by destroying vegetation that helps to retain moisture in the soil.
That's a good point. Another major concern related to drought is its impact on water quality. How does drought affect water quality?
Drought can have a number of negative impacts on water quality. As water levels in streams and lakes decrease, the concentration of pollutants can become more concentrated. Additionally, water demand during drought can result in the depletion of groundwater reserves, leading to saltwater intrusion and other water quality issues.
That's really concerning. I've also heard that drought can have significant impacts on public health. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yes, drought can increase the risk of waterborne illnesses as people turn to untreated water sources. Additionally, drought conditions can provide ideal breeding conditions for disease-carrying insects and rodents, which can increase the risk of diseases like West Nile virus and Lyme disease.
That's certainly something to keep in mind. In terms of adapting to drought conditions, what are some lifestyle choices that individuals can make?
There are a number of water-efficient practices that can be used to reduce water consumption, such as xeriscaping and rainwater harvesting. Additionally, farmers and ranchers can select drought-resistant crops and livestock. Conserving energy by using renewable sources can also help mitigate the effects of climate change, which has contributed to the severity of droughts.
Those are all great ideas. Finally, what can be done to mitigate the economic impacts of drought?
Developing drought-resistant infrastructure and promoting alternative sources of income can help alleviate the economic damage caused by drought. Additionally, supporting drought-tolerant crops and developing new technologies to better manage water resources can also help.
Those are all important steps to take. Thanks for sharing your insights on this important topic.
My pleasure. It's important that we continue to raise awareness about the impacts of drought and work together to develop effective strategies for managing it.
Yes, those strategies can be very effective. But what can individuals do to help manage drought?
Individuals can adopt lifestyle choices that prioritize water conservation. For example, reducing water usage at home by taking shorter showers, fixing leaky faucets, and using water-efficient appliances can all make a difference. Also, planting drought-resistant plants and landscaping with xeriscaping techniques can help reduce water consumption for landscaping.
That's great advice. How about farmers and ranchers? What can they do to manage drought?
Farmers and ranchers can also adopt practices that promote water conservation. For example, selecting drought-resistant crops and livestock can help ensure that they are resilient during periods of scarce water supplies. They can also use precision irrigation techniques that deliver water directly to the roots of plants, reducing water loss to evaporation.
Those are some excellent ideas. Finally, what can policymakers do to help mitigate the impact of drought?
Policymakers can implement drought management plans that include measures such as water conservation and efficiency, water reuse and recycling, and drought-resistant infrastructure. They can also incentivize the adoption of drought-resistant crops and livestock and encourage the use of renewable energy sources to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
That's a great overview. It's clear that managing drought requires a comprehensive and collaborative approach, involving individuals, farmers, policymakers, and other stakeholders.
Yes, and it's also important to remember that drought management is not just about mitigating its impacts. It's also about adapting to the changing climate and building resilience in the face of future droughts.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing your insights on this important topic.
You're welcome. It was great discussing this with you.